Excuse me.
I'm not giving to LeBron. I don't like LeBron.
I like him already.
And so there was a constant battle about Dunkin' Donuts versus Tim Hortons, and that was it's never ending.
I got up, I fixed my helmet, I look, and I just see Herb take off. Like he just, I just see the hair flowing, like now we're running, and yeah, you got to see Herb when he runs. His eyes are always like, so I just knew, like I knew he was running, So
man, this guy's unstoppable when it comes to basketball. Well. But yeah, definitely one-on-one. He got me.
Fried rice. You can't be eating fried rice all the time. But
you'd be switching your sports. You'd be going from basketball to sumo.
I know. I already got the bun. You see?
He must have liked the way I played that game because he knew me my whole life. There was something about that game that made him be interested in me. You know what I'm saying?
Because Mace, you're gonna get 285, 280. You gotta, and I'm only 240, so I gotta kind of bring my technique. And then KT's just a freak athlete in itself, so you gotta bring your hard hat and your lunch pail every day.
Can I just say this? Man, I just love your competitive nature, bro. Like, I feel like I'm ready to strap on the jersey right now, man. I'm only 5'5", though. I don't know what I can do.
They say, listen, you know how as coaches you get mad at the guy just standing in the corner and watching another guy cook? I can't be like that because I was watching you cook and
it was impeccable. So watching certain highlights, I'm like, yo, I gotta try it. And trust me, not everything was as good as it looks now. Because no look passes I threw off of somebody's face. So
I'm just saying, right? Hear me out. No, I don't want to hear you out. It's Mac Jones. I'm done. What a wonderful Thursday night we have. Charles, how you doing?
I'm doing well, bro. How are you?
I gotta say, the Suns going to the finals. I don't know how that's really, working out for me. I mean, do you like that?
I love it. Shout out Chris Paul. Took him 16 years to get to this moment.
And he finally broke that CP3, the Chris Paul curse.
Yes, exactly. So I'm hoping he finishes. The Suns finish the job. Because man, the East is looking kind of weak right now with Giannis being out, but we'll see how it goes. Shout out the Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, Giannis out,
yeah.
Trae Young. I mean, this is a tough matchup to just even think about.
Right.
It's going to be a definite first, but there's a lot of things that came down today in the sports world.
My gosh,
I'm happy because these college players that work, I'm going to say it, they work harder than these pros making millions upon millions of dollars. They put their blood, sweat, tears, effort. They leave everything on the court, everything on the field, anywhere. It's about time they get paid.
Yes.
And we have probably the perfect guest to enlighten us about that today. I mean, do you just want to hop into it?
She a bucket.
She a certified bucket. Certified bucket. Let's go ahead. Let's get Taylor on here.
You didn't do it to him. Please, you didn't flex on him. You didn't flex on him. Oh,
I had to. When it went in, I remember I was looking at my bench and I was like, "Don't do it." I was like, "Don't be that player."
You got to.
Everyone's watching. I said, "Nah, I gotta do it."
You just got to do it. If you got that talent, you have to do it.
You have to have a little swag. Like, I don't want to be like cocky or anything like that, but every once in a while, you gotta let the people know what's up. So
that's all you can do. Anyways, we talked about it right before we got you on here. The NCAA.
Yeah.
Finally, the players are finally gonna get what's coming to them.
Yep.
And I'm tired of seeing the NCAA take all the profit.
Yeah.
How you feel about this? You have anything in the plans right now?
I am trying. It's surreal because it's been a conversation for so long, just like on social media, in the locker room, and for the day to actually be here, it's kind of overwhelming. And just like to be like, okay, now people are reaching out to me like, what do I do? Like, what do I say? How do I respond? What can I say? Because the rules are pretty much similar throughout, like, across the board, but there are some differences depending on like where you go. So it's kind of hard, but I think I'm trying to work on a couple of things, trying to get some deals in the works. May or may not have tried to talk to Barstool and gotten through to them over there. So it's really exciting. And for me, just to be able to finally make some money off of my name, get involved with different people, and also just different networks to get a part of. Whether it's you guys over here or if it's Barstool or if it's some local business. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited.
Definitely is. Dave Portnoy, let's go.
Let's go.
You started Barstool in Boston. You better do.
That's what I'm saying. They've tested the pizza down the street. They like our pizza. So
there's no good pizza down there. Get out of here. You got to go to the North End for that.
Pino's Pizza got some pretty good pizza. I think now I can shout out places since for name and likeness. So I guess
go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Shout out Pino's Pizza in Cleveland Circle. You got to go there. That man, he's great, little Italian man. But no, it is really cool. In the next month, I am excited to see just where everything goes, endorsement wise, all that good stuff. So it'll be fun.
Now the constant debate is Santarpio's or Pizzeria Regina when it comes to pizza.
Oh.
I'm talking about the original, not Santarpio's on Route 1 or Pizzeria Regina in almost every mall in Massachusetts.
But the crazy thing is I'm not even that big of a pizza person. Back home, I'm from Lebanon, New Hampshire. For people that don't know, Lebanon, New Hampshire is like middle of nowhere, like bad Wi-Fi. Like the closest mall is like an hour and a half away. We got this pizza place, Ramunto's Pizza. And they got some great stuff. I'm more of like a pasta. I don't know what it is about pizza, but it's got to be more like a deep dish. Like I'm something like that. I like a thick piece of pizza.
Nice.
I'm all about that stuffed crust.
Oh, stuffed crust. Little Caesars is obsessed with their stuffed crust. I'm not convinced. Though.
Little Caesars.
Have you seen the commercials?
Yeah.
Pizza. Yeah.
It's kind of tough because I don't, unfortunately, I don't eat dairy or, I'm like a vegan / pescatarian. So I'm sorry, this conversation had to switch off of.
Hey, you told me you got vegan pizza one night.
That's true. Yeah, there's vegan pizza out there. Yeah.
No, that's too good. No, one of my teammates, she's lactose intolerant, so she can't eat pizza and stuff like that. And anyways, it's not we can really order that on the road. So I'm away from pizza for the most part. It's pretty much water, salad, chicken.
Yeah.
That's about it on the road pregame meal. So
there you go.
Go ahead, Charles.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. You talked about a little bit about where you're from. Talk a little bit about your childhood growing up in New Hampshire.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Lebanon, New Hampshire. I was adopted. I have 2 white parents. So I lived there with my younger sister. We actually have same mom, different dads, so that's pretty cool. And just grew up small town, literally like Lebanon, New Hampshire was pretty much all we knew. Grew up just playing sports, gymnastics, tennis, tried a little swimming, still can't do it. Just fit the stereotype. It's not very great. And then, but I grew up playing like basketball and soccer for the most part, just around the area, kind of hang around the same people. And it wasn't really until I went to a private school for high school that I kind of got introduced to like AAU. It's like the world of basketball outside of like my small little town. And honestly, the rest is history. Went and played AAU in Andover, Mass. So it was like 2 hours from my house. I had to drive like once a week on Sundays before school. I'd get back at like 2 in the morning. But it got me to BC, got me on this podcast with you guys. So everything worked out for the better, and I can still call Lebanon, New Hampshire my home. So it's all good.
Awesome.
Now you're going into your senior year. I know, but the NCAA granted that extra year of eligibility. Do you plan on possibly using that?
Yeah, I think it's hard because right now I'm in a position whether I'm in like a committee or just I'm the upperclassman on the team. I've always telling people like when you go to college, it's a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. And so if I can get an education from Boston College, that's great. But if I can even get my master's at BC or anywhere else for free, you can't really beat that. So if I obviously have intentions to try to play professionally, either in the States or overseas. And so if the opportunity is a thing there's no like big ticking time bomb on it, then why not just take the 5th year, get that master's, and then go to league after that. So there's a lot to think about, but definitely just doing my best this next year to like stay in the gym. So if the opportunity presents itself to, play professionally, then I can do so. But if not, I can just stay at school and get that degree. I know it'll definitely make my mom happy. So
yeah, there you go. Shout out,
you gotta make mom. You gotta make mom happy.
Listening, I'm staying.
But man, what's your talent level? And from what I saw, and I've been doing my research on especially with your videos, you definitely league ready, in my opinion. Obviously, you could probably tell me different, but like I think you're already there. You already from what I've seen, and my question is, with that video, for example, you getting and ones, and I see a lot of passion, I see a lot of grit with your game. Where does that all come from?
I think that's just who I've been since I was a kid. I've always been loud, outgoing. I knew I was always athletic. And so coming to school, I wasn't always like the most smart kid on the floor. My IQ wasn't always that great, but I knew I always had energy. I always wanted to talk. I always wanted to make my teammates feel good. And so just from freshman year, because when you're a freshman, that's kind of what you got to work with. It's just like being that loud teammate, being that encourager. And so I kind of just have been riding that bus ever since I was younger, and it's brought me pretty far. And so from that, I've been able to add, obviously, some pretty good skill on top of that. But I definitely pride myself in the type of teammate that I am, the type of player I am, like the energy I bring to the court and practice every single day. Because it does matter. It really does at the end of the day. And so, but that's really something that I've always had in me. I'm always talking.
Yeah, that's why
my team hates it. I'm always saying something.
And I see it. Like I said, from what I've noticed already with that video, with those highlight videos, is again, like I said, that when that energy that you're bursting out after a simple and one, that shows a lot. And the people that don't really watch the game, and if they really pay attention to certain things like that, you could tell by a player how much they love and care about the sport of basketball. Because man, it's nothing like it. Even a game winner, or just crossing somebody, getting to the bucket, assisting, dishing it off to your teammate for assist. That matters. And I see that attitude with you, and keep going, because you have it all. And I'm saying that in my coach mindset. I coach basketball, so like I see that. So
I like it. Honestly, good times makes all the running worth it. So it is fun. Yeah. It is a good time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, talking about your past opponents, who would you say is your favorite team to play against?
Favorite team? I'd say probably one of my favorite teams to play against is Pitt. And I just say that because I think for someone who I enjoy winning, but I also enjoying the win. If you know what I mean, like if I have to get buck in someone's face and then maybe say something or like flex a muscle or do something like that, like I'll do it. But like I'm never going to a game like saying I don't want to be friends with like the other team. So like I'm always talking to like the other team. And so Pitt is when I first came to the league, BC wasn't the top of the ACC and neither was Pitt, and so we were both kind of underdogs. Just rebuilding, and so it was like we're at the ACC tournament. We just like had common ground and someone that we wanted them to beat. And ever since then, just like every time we play, it's like these refs have it out to get us, or that was an awful call, or our coaches are yelling like they're being crazy or something like that. So I think having a team that they work their asses off, so that's great. And then they're great just opponents to play against. Obviously, there's a lot of talent that we play. So that's fun, but just in respect to the game itself, they're definitely up there.
What was your welcome to the ACC moment?
I feel like my welcome to the ACC moment was probably freshman year. It was the year after Notre Dame had just won the national championship, and it was like, okay, like you saw Enrique on TV, but like get through your head right now, Taylor, that like you're actually going to be guarding her. And the announcers had just said our names, like they gone through who was starting, and they had like green lights flashing down, like heck of fans yelling, and they're like Enrique Gumbawale, and like just named off like their 5 starters who are now all in the league. And I was like, this like isn't high school basketball. Like this like it isn't even like all 5 best players on the team, like whatever. Like they had pros playing against us, and we had to go out and try our best to win out. We did not win the game, but that was definitely my welcome to the ACC. I think I had to guard Enrique on a couple plays, and I just had to dab her up and be like, yeah, like you got a bucket on me. Like I know you're 3 years older than me, but like I couldn't guard you.
At least you can admit it, you know.
You have to. I can't be out there like you crossed me up. Everybody saw it. I just look crazy. I look like Pat Bev if I'm trying to argue something. I just walk away. I know y'all saw that. I know you saw it.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother. Oh man, Pat Bev. Yeah, I mean, he apologized earlier today on it, but I think that
I think Chris Paul had a couple words that he said.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Like rightfully so. If I'm up, I'm gonna say something like scoreboard. Like I know what you're talking about. Like come on now. Like who's moving on?
Yeah.
People get pissed. So. But
I'm sure that brings energy for your other teammates as well, right? Yeah. That shows what type of leader you are. I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah. Every once in a while, they gotta lead me. I gotta be a follower, listen to them, because in the heat of the moment, you get a little flustered. But I got good teammates to rein me back in, make sure no texts are getting thrown at me. So gotta stay on the court.
Yep. Wow. And I have a question for you. If I called you and I said, "Hey, yo, Taylor, I need you to come to the park right now. Bring 4 other players. We about to go hoop. Who you bringing and why?"
Okay. Just in general, like
just in general. It could be your teammates now. It could be teammates back home. If it was you and 4 other players, who you bringing to the playgrounds to hoop?
Okay. I'm bringing my teammate. I'm bringing Michaela. Just because she's knocked down a 3-point shooter, like it's just not even. Come on now, like you can't even quite like that's obvious. And then I think I'd have to bring. Honestly, I got this freshman on the team. I was about to say her name's Tim. Her name's actually Allie. We got 2 Allies on the team, and so we can't call them both Allies, so we call them Allie Van Timmeren and Allie Paul Mary. So they're Tim and Paul. And Tim's a lefty. She's farm strong. She opposed, but she can shoot the heck out of the ball from the 3-point line. So she's a little Swiss Army knife. So I'll throw her in there. I might need to throw in who are we thinking? I might need to throw in someone tall, good rebound, like a Candace Parker, like someone big on the board. And then I got myself.
You got yourself.
Obviously.
Yeah.
My other teammate Marnell, I'd put her out there. Her defense is locked down. She's on the ACC all defensive team this year. First Boston College women's basketball player to do that in the history of the program. So that was pretty awesome. She's a lockdown defender. So that would be my five. That'd be my five.
A lot of attitude on that team. I can see. You said Candace Parker. I'm like, that's Chicago right there. That's
a lot
Chicago
of hoopers. A lot of hoopers. We're not trying to lose.
Exactly.
Now, talking about, I don't really like comparing, but looking back, I think it was Sedona Prince out in Oregon. She came out with that video back during the whole March Madness thing, and they showed the men's weight room and they showed the women's weight room. That really it bugged me, and I hope it bugged everybody. That you girls could probably beat half of the men's teams. Am I right?
I agree with that.
I say it very confidently.
How did that, just seeing that, how did that affect you? And, was there something that, you could do to prove that, hey, we deserve the same things because we're better than the men?
Mm-hmm. I think a big, honestly, today hasn't opened up my eyes, but I was talking to my teammates today and we're like, all the female student athletes who can now get paid based off of their name and likeness, like a Sedona Prince, are going to prove to the world that female athletes, hey, maybe you don't want to watch us on the field, on the court, on the ice, but we're smart, we're educated, we're passionate, we're bold, we speak what we want to say, we're not afraid what anyone has to say about it. And so I think just piggybacking on the disparities that we saw, obviously, at the NCAA tournament, it's honestly no surprise, I think, just for any female in general and then female athlete. You're not surprised. My team is reading a book right now called Wolfpack by Abby Wambach. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it's just talking about the wage gap. And I think Abby Wambach was at the ESPYs with Kobe and Peyton Manning. And she said, we're standing on the podium and we all feel the same. I feel like a goat among goats. But the truth is, when I go home, they have their futures made out for them. And my business, my bank account is still getting started. I'm still working on my grind. And so I think there's still a lot of room to grow for female athletes, whether it's just money wise or just respect wise. But I think especially days like today, where we can finally, get our name out there and speak for ourselves, I think it's going to be a really good thing for female in sports.
Definitely is, because I'm probably going to see a spike in women's sales, and then they're going to have to readjust their focus and be like, okay, maybe we should show more than just, I don't know, one WNBA game a week on ESPN or something crazy like that.
Something like Joe TV. I don't even know what Joe TV is, but it's blacked out all the time, so I can never watch. There's no, that's a whole nother thing. But no, I don't know, but we'll see.
I'm just happy that those companies like Tonal, all those weightlifting companies, they said, you don't want to do it, here you go. Here's a $20,000 machine.
Yeah.
How's that look for the NCAA?
I mean, I think I was on my team. I'm like, I don't even know who the NCAA is. It's this scary thing that hovers over every student athlete. It's be scared of the NCAA, but who is the NCAA? No one actually knows. And so I think it's been just a stigma for so long that it's the NCAA and then student athletes, where for me and probably for y'all, you guys are so passionate about stuff. It's I grew up playing basketball not to have people watch me and then have it be on television and have me go do interviews. You play basketball because you're playing with your friends, you're having fun, you get to go places. And so then I think a lot of frustration with student athletes was, hey, I'm literally just trying to play a sport that I grew up loving. You're over here telling me I can't profit to help my family because I got a piece of paper trying to better myself. And so I think I hope the NCAA has good intentions. I hope they don't make it too difficult for the athletes to profit off of their names. But I think for right now, it definitely was in the NCAA's best interest to give in and pass this NIL thing.
It's just tough that it had to take this long, and I feel like it took everybody forcing them to do this because deep down inside they're big, they're up here, right?
Yeah.
So technically they're $1 million company, probably $1 billion company.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't want to ruin their reputation. So hey, let's just pass it now. And I'm glad it has happened now. But I just wish that, think about it. Previous college athletes that didn't get a chance to get to the professional level where they could have that nice little change for them to pursue different other businesses that they wanted to do or start their own, So I'm glad this happened, and this is a big change, and I'm actually very excited, and hopefully this continues with athletes getting their money because everybody needs to get this money out here.
We gotta get our bread. Everybody's gotta eat. Everybody's gotta eat. I'm excited. I'm all for like helping anybody out, small businesses, a little bit, like everything, literally anybody. I don't care. Like just helping everybody get to the top because it's rough, it's hard, there's so many bad stigmas just going on in sports everywhere, and so people just gotta help each other out. So
yeah, and which brings me to my question here. Like 2020 was very bad for the whole entire world. What did you take from the year 2020?
I just took perspective. And how I look at life and just every day. That's definitely my biggest takeaway from COVID. Everything's not going to go your way. Everything's not going to go the way expected. I mean, we flew out to Pittsburgh. We had pregame shoot. I was getting my ankles taped. I was warming up, and my coach comes in. She said, everyone in the locker room, someone on pit got COVID. We're not playing. Got to go back to the hotel. They just stay the night and then fly out to Louisville the next day and then get put back in quarantine. So no one expects anything. But I think I've just learned just always being prepared when you're like when your name is called, and just honestly living life is so short that you really have no idea what's going to happen from day to day. And so just taking every opportunity to better yourself, give yourself a break. Life's hard. It's really hard. But just 1% every day. I think that's definitely my motto is maybe it's not getting shots from the gym, but it's working on your mind. It's helping somebody out. It's cleaning your room, doing different things like that, being on a podcast, just trying new things. There's so many different things in this world that we've missed out on. And so to now be able to see people, talk to people, experience more things, I think for me, it's just been great to finally be able to get to do all these things again. So
yeah, definitely. Mamba mentality.
Exactly. Got to keep it.
Yeah.
Get Reggie Bush's Heisman back.
That's what we're saying. I'd be sick. I would be so sick. No. Gotta say no. Rough.
I don't know. You start to question some of these schools if they're actually paying these athletes already. Like you look at Alabama football, there's got to be a reason. I don't know. I can't talk trash about Alabama anymore.
No, I don't know. I am interested to see like a year down the line, like what cars student athletes are driving on campus, like what fits they're wearing. I think,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but hey, I don't know. There's a whole lot of student athletes who aren't really looking for that nice car, the nice outfits. They're just trying to send money back home. So I think for a lot of student athletes like that, I think it's a really good thing. And for the sake of them, I think Joe Burrow tweeted out. He was like, "Good luck to all the student athletes out there, like trying to get endorsements, especially to those like not on scholarship, working extra jobs. Like now's your time to like take that time off, like work on yourself, like give back for yourself and your families." So I'm really excited just for people like that to finally help out because we're busy all the time. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what people don't realize. It's like you're not just you're a student, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
You got a million different things to juggle throughout a short week. But it's crazy to see that some of these athletes already have their brands in place. Yeah. They already have. They've been working on this for a while.
I feel like I should have been doing this. I'm kind of mad at myself that like a month ago I didn't start doing this, but it was just something you had no idea. Like unless you got someone right next to you, like telling you everything to do. But I think people you shouldn't worry. Like if you got an opportunity presented to you today, Like something will come in a week. Like the timing will work out. So we will see. We will see. As long as I gotta stay in the guidelines, that's the next big thing.
Exactly. And offline, I'll definitely send you a DM. We could discuss some business ventures that I have in mind. So
Good. My DMs
No.
are open. Check them
Yes.
out.
You just got to be careful. I mean, when it comes to making commercials, you want to make a commercial like Sabrina Ionesco and Chris Paul, not like Scottie Pippen back in the day where he's making like, I don't know, $30 commercials. They had like old school cameras, and it was just like a one take commercial.
I'm trying to be like Shaq. Shaq's in all those like icy hot commercials.
Oh my gosh!
He's got
the General.
He's got Papa John's.
Papa John's.
There, he's got all the places. So
shout out Shaq, man, Big Diesel.
Well, that's a good thing where you're at right now. You got all these small businesses. You got all these locally legendary restaurants, but you got Newbury Street right in your backyard.
There you go.
We do.
No?
So hopefully next week. I think next week I might try to go out, maybe brand myself, maybe make a couple business cards, chuck them around. You know, there's money in Chestnut Hill, so
There's plenty of it there.
Gotta see what I can pick up.
Yeah. Hey, you're about to be in a big game, right? Top 5 artists you're listening to before a game to get you going.
It's a tough one. I've already asked her some of her favorite songs, and she's like, I got so many of them.
I'll keep it a top 3. Top 3. Let's go top 3.
I'd say I'd have to go like a Kirk Franklin. Like sometimes I just need to like belt just a little bit of like I'm loud and I'm proud. I think probably some Lil Uzi. I might have to listen to some of him. And then I'd say you never go wrong with Drake, but I'm just not trying to be like the base person who's like, oh, I love Drake. Like everybody loves Drake. Like Drake's talented. Everybody knows that. Like he's
of course. But you don't want to be sad before a game.
I'm not going. I will say there are some days when like I'm pulling up and I'm like listening to a little Katy Perry. Like I'm listening to like a little bit of gospel music. Because like it really just depends on the vibe that like I got out the hotel. Like if people are really irritating me that day, I might just put some calm in. But if if I'm feeling a little swaggy, like I walk into the gym, like my hair is looking nice, I might have to listen to some Lil Baby. Feel like, you know what I mean? Like feel like that girl, like just walking in the court.
Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA.
Yeah, gotta be my teammates. My teammates can listen to that.
That's
talking about pregame, night before. What are you eating?
A lot of protein. That's all I eat. I eat pretty much. I eat a lot of the same things, like a lot of pasta dinners, lots of chicken, like peanut butter, protein shakes, chocolate milk. I gotta say, I eat a lot of dumplings. That's my thing. Chicken dumplings from Star Market or Trader Joe's. That's a staple of my diet. But definitely, they always gotta see like the pasta dinners. But I'd say like pasta, maybe a strawberry banana smoothie with some peanut butter. That's probably usually what makes my stomach feel good. Freshman year, I was convinced that if I had pesto pasta and broccoli, that I'd play so well. And then I hated it. It tasted so bad, so I stopped doing it. I said, I don't care. If I'm going to play bad, I'll eat something else.
Right. What's the, if there is, what's the hardest part about, trying to stay consistent in the college professional level?
I think that is it, just staying consistent. When it's easy when it's day 2 and your legs are feeling good, but it's hard when it's week 5 and your coach has been on your back for like 4 days in a row and you got a meeting and then you got something else and you're stressed about class and family. But for me, just having my coaches keep me like just focused. I got a little journal, so I write like what I got to do. And so just reminding myself that it's a process from freshman year Sophomore year, I got ACC Most Improved Player, and so I think just through that, I realized like you're not gonna get that much. Thank you. You're not gonna get that much better. Like the next day, it's like I said earlier, it's that 1% every day, and so just staying consistent. You realize you don't got to be in the gym for 2 hours a day, like 20 minutes every day. Like you add that up, it really does make a huge difference. And so, giving yourself a break, but also just staying consistent in things that you really can realistically work hard on. I think that's definitely the hardest part that I've had to learn, whether it's in the classroom or on the court. But once you get it down, it's definitely worth it.
Talking about the classroom, what exactly are you going to school for right now?
So I go to school for communications. I got a minor. I'm getting a minor, hopefully, in applied psych and human development. But I currently I'm doing a little internship actually with one of my friends who graduated from Boston College last year. We got a company, Moolah Kicks. It's a female-owned, like queer, black designed, female basketball shoe, like for a female foot.
Excuse me. Can you say that one more time? Female what?
Female owned.
Woo!
Yeah, female owned. Our designer, he's African American, and then our founder, she's queer. So we crossed out all the bubbles. And so we just actually dropped the shoe for pre-sale about I think it was May 7th. We did that for pre-sale. So on moolahkicks.com. So we got some stuff in the works there, and so along with obviously the communications, that's a huge thing that I've actually just gotten involved in. Trying to just work on media stuff and getting people involved and interested in the shoe, because actually I think. Hold up, I might actually have the shoe right here.
Let's go.
Okay, there you go.
Size 11.5, please.
So this is actually the shoe.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is the shoe design. What's the back say? Moolah, and I think the other side might say it says kicks on this side.
Okay.
And I think we got we got Moolah here, and our logo, our motto is just like making money moves constantly.
Yep.
But you can check out the website. There's a whole lot more information on it. So it's actually super cool. The inside's a nice little memory foam. Probably one of the comfiest pairs of shoes I've worn. We just switched over to New Balance, and their shoes are absolutely so comfortable. But this is
what's the website? What's the website?
MoolahKicks.com. MOOLAH.com. Kicks.com.
KICKS.com.
Yeah, and so she's based in New York City. We've worked a little bit with like Overtime, highlight her, and a couple players in the WNBA. Just trying to get her name out there, and do that. And so I think that's really just what I'm passionate for. I do a couple other things on campus with like equality, inclusion, and diversity, and so that's really cool. But that's also other stuff I'm really excited to just get my name out there for with this whole name and likeness. Like it's not even just with basketball; it's so many other things. So
that's what it is. More than an athlete, I'm telling you.
More than an athlete. Appreciate it. We don't just dribble a ball.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's amazing. That's
I can barely dribble anyways.
You just power out.
Power
out people.
There's one dribble, little
one dribble,
and one. That's it.
And one flex on.
What's the craziest trash talk you've ever heard on the court?
Ooh.
There was.
Tough,
honestly,
tough.
Craziest.
I'm gonna start the Jeopardy countdown.
There have been some mess. They're just not nice. Like they're just not nice. Like
that's okay. I'll censor everything out.
Yeah, people like everyone loves to call someone like a B word or just like shit on them for like anything. Like I can't even name some. I just know I've heard stuff because I've been on the opposite end where we've been talking trash and a tea's been thrown. And so I know stuff's been said. I will say females are not nice when it comes to being on the basketball court. We get this ego to us. We got to say stuff. We just got to be the best. But I got a couple teammates. I got the teammates I'll go to for like physical. I got teammates I'll go to for like a verbal fight. And I'm kind of there, kind of acting buff. Like I'll like kind of play it, but as soon as like you come in my face, I'm like, no, it's good. Like it's good. I'm not trying to fight.
And I realize it because I see that, and you could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but like with Michaela too, she has that passion, just like you as well. So
Yeah.
I feel bad whoever steps on the court with y'all, because
so do I. I ain't trying to fight. But if I have to fight for my team to win, I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
And hopefully it's a fight against Notre Dame.
Don't even get me started. I cannot wait.
Don't worry, we're in the same boat. I hate Notre Dame.
I cannot wait to play them. Ooh. I cannot wait.
This is definitely start on the calendar.
It is. Mark the calendar. Everyone's over here marking the calendars for like a UConn and Louisville game. I'm like, guys,
nope.
Boston College is where it's at. That's where
There's a reason why it's called in football the Holy War.
Exactly. The Jesuits are going at it.
Yeah. Oh man. We'll take it back a little bit. Talk just briefly about your high school journey. What were the ups and downs during those years?
Yeah, well, I think a big one for me was just honestly choosing whether or not I wanted to play basketball or soccer. I think I grew up the majority of my life playing soccer. I did travel soccer. And that's actually why I went to high school. I got recruited for soccer. And then I got there and I just so happened to also play basketball. I also ran track. And so it was kind of balancing like which I wanted to pursue. But I think as soon as I kind of realized I could go to college for free, for basketball, I really kind of stuck with that and pursued that. And that obviously worked out for me. But high school was just kind of trying to figure stuff out. I did tried lacrosse.
And that BC women's lacrosse team is no joke.
No joke.
I could never. I'm not getting in front of the fast balls. I can't do it. I'm too physical. You can't hit. I couldn't do that. But,
right.
So I ended up managing the team in high school. I did a little theater, and like I said, I played some softball, did some other stuff. Which was nice. I think coaches always love it anyways when you play a bunch of sports. It just means you're more diverse anyways. So
exactly.
But at the end of the day, I chose basketball.
What are you, 5'11", it says, right? 5'11"?
5'11".
5'11", have never hit that 6 foot.
Oh, not yet? Or
nope.
Charles will never hit that 6 foot.
Hey, listen. I'm 5'5" and proud. I'm still a bucket, too.
He's proud. That's the important part.
Have you got any dunks yet, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My coach doesn't really like it when I do it because he's like, this is how you're gonna hurt yourself. He's like, you just had tendonitis and now you're here trying to dunk. Like you just said your legs are hurting. I've thrown a couple down. May or not throw one down in pickup last week. But I'm trying to work on it. I gotta get it out there.
Hey, don't worry, coach. She's just playing. Wink.
Yeah.
If Michaela throws me a lob this year, I might try to throw it down.
Ooh, that would be so crazy.
Nice little play call. That'd be tough. That would get people watching.
I'm telling you, I say it all the time. I mean, from what I'm seeing when I follow you guys' page on IG, with your team, y'all are ready. Y'all seem like y'all ready to go after it. So I'm expecting big things from y'all this year.
Same.
Bro.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What we got? People trying to ask questions in this chat, in this chat box.
So, is there a specific court that you play in town? Like certain days, are you at one park, or can you guys be found, just outside playing a game and pick up?
I'd say you'll probably find us inside most of the time. For myself personally, and like Marnell, since we're local kids, like last summer we were down in Stoughton, Massachusetts, 6 days a week, playing pickup, training kids, having camp, literally in the gym for 12 hours a day. Now it's actually kind of nice because some girls still haven't gone off to school yet, and so actually like last night we had like 25 heads pull up to our gym and play there. That went from like Dayton, UNH, Providence, Brown. We have like Veronica Burton, if y'all know her. She goes to Northwestern. So we got her playing. Got a couple other people. So outside it's other people weird. randos are outside. You never know who you're gonna find outside. So
ain't no hoopers like that outside.
Exactly. In here we got our nice hoop shoes. We got our IDs making sure we know who's playing with us.
Right.
And so, but so that's where you'll find us, or just that's about it. That's about it.
Now I'm not gonna say too much trash about the men's team. They were a solid team back when I was growing up. Complete solid team.
Yeah.
You guys ever play pickup against them and absolutely wax the floor with them?
We played pickup with a couple of the guys, and I'd say it's hard because so like one of the guys, you weigh like 220 of pure muscle, and you're going down the lane and pick up. I'm not taking a charge. One, nobody hates the person trying to take a charge and pick up, and two, I'm just not getting in the way. It's like if they can't dunk, like because come on now, like, I can't guard that. Like I just can't.
Right.
But I think I would take our team over them. Skill wise, I would 100% take us over them. I like them. They got a good group coming in this year. They got a new coach, so they'll be good. But I will say confidently, I would take us over them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. They, like you said, they had they had a great teams back in the day. Shout out Reggie Jackson, who just had a great playoff
for him.
Yeah, I know that was. I love to see athletes show their emotions in the press conference, because that just really shows how much they care, and he was giving his teammates so much credit for saving them. He said,
them, the city, and I think I do think it is special when it's something like that, just because it is hard. You see so many stories of players getting traded to this team. Right. You get doubted all the time, and so I think that's my hope, that's my dream, to find a team like that in the WNBA that supports me and takes the time to trust me and be there as I grow as a player. So I think for him, I think that's so awesome. So he was trying to help out Kawhi.
Yeah, he was.
He was out here trying to help Paul George, because they didn't have Kawhi. But I don't know.
Exactly. I have a few more questions. Who are you watching? Even current or former players? Who are you watching? To mock your game after, or something like that.
Well, I think it was right when COVID hit, and it was when The Last Dance came out. And freshman year, I remember my assistant coach, he would always call me Dennis Rodman. I'd be like, I don't know why you're calling me this. It's weird. I like his hair, but it's weird. And then I remember watching him and being no, he's a dog. I'm a dog. I love that. Just being that player who, you might not score a lot, but you're getting all the rebounds, you're getting second chance opportunities. I think I definitely see myself as just someone who is just gonna put their heart out there every single time. Doesn't matter what type of game I have, but as long as my teammates are playing well and everything's going well for them, I think that's really what I go off of. But it's really things don't show up on the stat sheet. So taking charges, that's my favorite thing. I had a charge in my mixtape, and my friend texted me. He's I never seen someone put a charge in the mixtape. I'm like, defense wins games.
Yes, exactly.
Mixtape. But I think honestly, any player who's humble but confident is someone that I definitely have a connection with. And just that dog mentality of just, I don't care who you are. I don't care how many points you score a game. I don't care how many followers you got on Instagram. If you can't score against me, I don't care. So that's definitely the type of confidence that I have. I'll give it to you straight if you're good. I'll say you're good. But if you can't beat me, then I don't know.
Yeah,
I won't be able to beat you.
That's
for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, we gotta send a double team, maybe triple team. Jeez.
I don't know though. You drop Dennis Rodman, you got to prove a point. You got to get the huge nose ring. You got to.
I got to cut all
dye your hair.
Yeah.
Got to dye the whole thing like a pink.
And you also gotta tell your coach you need a vacation, so you can go off for a week.
Just let me need to just go to the clubs for like a couple days, not answer my phone, come back on my motorcycle. What's up, coach? I'm starting. See how she takes that. I don't know.
Oh man, my last question for you, and I usually ask all of our basketball guests these type of scenarios. All right, so you're in the WNBA finals, right? It's about 5 seconds left. You're inbounding the ball. All right, you got Maya Moore, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and Skylar Diggins. All 4 of those ladies get open. Who are you giving it to for the game winner and why?
I think I gotta give it to. That's hard. I think we gotta give it to Diana just because I know the work that she puts in the gym. I can't give the ball to someone who I know isn't putting the work in the gym and who isn't that dog, who isn't. If there's any doubt in their mind that the ball's not going in, I can't pass you the ball. Like I need you to make the shot.
Yeah, right.
We've seen it until she hurt her back. Like we saw it all season.
Right.
Like she can take. Like she's not afraid to take the shot.
She's a warrior.
Yeah, she's gonna make the shot. Like she knows. Like she's been playing the game for so long. Hasn't switched up. She's still got the hair slicked back. Still got the look. So I know her shot is still solid. I know it's still solid. So
yeah.
I know. I might have Sue can take the ball out though. She's a good passer. I'm not a great passer. I'll be on the bench cheering, but Sue can take out the ball. And
you can set some good screens. Or you can get open too.
I'll set a great screen. I'll rebound last second little tip in.
I'm honestly surprised because Michaela picked. I think she picked Diana Taurasi too. But I'm surprised no one with Maya Moore because that's one of my favorite. She's my favorite WNBA player of all time.
Yeah.
Because I think she's just she got that killer in her as well. But I get it. Hey, Diana Taurasi, she's a killer too. So
I respect that. I remember when Maya Moore was at UConn. I forgot who they were playing, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because it was like the first time I ever seen 2 cameras like. My screen like split in 2. It was like ESPN all of a sudden put my screen like doubles. It was like game and then just like Maya Moore. And just the whole time just the cameras on her. I was like, she's gotta be a bucket. Like she's gotta be unreal for her to do this. And then obviously she does all this great stuff off the court. And so might also have to give her the ball. I'll give her the ball next time.
After seeing what happened the other night with that, 1 second left to go. What game was that? The Suns game, or I think it was the Suns game. Clippers.
Yeah.
I would definitely get. I would put Elizabeth Cambridge down there, and I would just chuck the ball. I would just chuck the ball right up.
I got one of my friends. She went to training camp with the Aces, and she was telling me about it. And she's like, she's the person you see on TV. She's not far from it. She's badass. She's a shot.
Right. She is bad.
I'll have her on my team. Like she's someone like you want on your team, but like you're not trying to play against ever. And you're well aware of it. She knows it too.
I think I saw a clip where she caught the ball in the post and she's talking to the girl behind her and laughing at the same time and then scored. I'm like,
but this was like I'm telling my coach to take me out the game. I'm embarrassed.
I'll see you at the hotel.
I'm showering.
Yeah.
Set the alarm for the bus to pick me up later.
Yeah. Or Brittany Griner. She's done some dunks down this year. They're absolutely dirty. And she stays out the media. She just plays, does her thing, minds her business.
Exactly. That's the way you should go sometimes. The media is kind of dangerous as well.
It's dangerous. So I guess we'll see. After today, I guess we'll see if anyone gets caught up. I hope not. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. Exactly.
I just hope they bring a WNBA team to Boston because just a Connecticut team. Come on, like
I know.
Why?
Yeah. You have Boston. They play at the Garden.
Yeah.
Why don't you come up with some creative Boston name? And I mean, you have colleges all around. People that love sports. It's title town for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna put a team down in Connecticut. Why? So people can go to the casino and say, hey, let's go to they're the Suns, right?
The Suns
game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can get Krispy Kreme there though. You can get Krispy Kreme.
Hey, they took our Krispy Kreme away.
Yeah,
it was over at Wellington.
Yeah.
No. Dang. But no,
people getting food poisoning over there. That's why.
They gotta bring some teams back. They gotta
they do
some more in California. Put some
definitely.
Like, if you got a team in Oklahoma City, like with the Thunder, like but you ain't got a team in
the
Boston,
Lightning.
That don't make no
That's
sense.
what their team should be.
It should be exactly
The Thunder, the Lightning.
The Lightning.
Easy.
Shake and bake.
Easy. But I'm not on the business end of it, so I just got to be a spectator. But maybe I'll make a bunch of money with this whole name and likeness thing, and I'll just invent a team. I'll invent it.
But I wanna see you in the league though too.
That first.
I want to see you kill in the league because I think you're ready for that. But that's just my opinion, you know.
Thanks. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
The website's right there. Make sure you check out Moonlight Kicks.
Yes, Moonlight Kicks. Support.
Good things coming.
Do you guys have an Instagram?
We do have an Instagram. We also do have a Twitter. I run the Instagram. You can see a couple TikTok reels of me looking absolutely foolish in some gear. But we got some good things in the mix. It's really exciting. So Nike better watch out. That's
that's a woo.
I know. Bold, right?
That's bold. Hey, but it's possible.
It's doable.
You can't walk in this scared. You know, you already in it. So
I'm not.
Go after it. Hey, listen. Kobe won an Oscar. No, you know what I'm saying? So it's like anything. That's what I'm saying. Anything's possible.
Exactly. I got Moonlight Kicks over here on my LinkedIn. I can't not be supporting them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, winding down a little bit. You know, Charles and I, we both have, you know, daughters. His daughter's into basketball. My daughter, she's she's very, very into gymnastics. Aside from the whole male-female aspect, what advice would you give to young children, whether it be middle school, high school, or even, you know, collegiate athletes such as yourself and your teammates? What advice would you give them to, you know, strive to be, you know, the best at what they do, the best at their craft?
I'd say I was on an ACC Professional Development Academy call last night, and we had Sarah Thomas on it, the first female referee in the NFL. And one of the things she was saying that's gotten her so far is to be a learn-it-all and not a know-it-all, and to also differentiate confidence and cockiness. And I think just without even athletics, but just in general, I think with both of those things, you might know a lot of stuff, but you can never be so cocky that you're not listening to those around you, whether they're younger or older than you. I think there's so many different people in this world with so many different life experiences that you'd only be hurting yourself to not listen to what others have to say. But then on top of that, never lose your confidence, but never be cocky. Remain just humble and like with your morals, and honestly take you a lot further than you think. Don't switch up who you are. Obviously, if you're like some mean person, like please by any means like work on that. But just be confident in what you do. Have fun. Enjoy what you're doing every single day. You never know when it's going to be your last. I think it was the Georgia Tech strength and conditioning coach said the other day how fast would you sprint if you didn't know the distance? Basically, that just means you never know how far you're going to have to work, how like hard you're going to have to work. But no matter the distance, you have to just bust your ass every single time. You got to work hard because life is short. Opportunities come a couple times in a lifetime. And so that's probably the biggest thing for me. If I could go back, I'd tell myself, just be confident in yourself and just stay in your lane. Everyone's doing their own little thing. Everyone's got their own stuff going on. But just focus on bettering yourself every single day, just physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it might be. I think that's definitely my biggest advice. It was deep. I know.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
I've
that's
learned.
what they do in poetry. Snap
Thank
your
you.
fingers in it.
But I've learned a lot, and I've gotten to listen to a whole lot of people that got a lot of really good advice.
Right.
That I'm still trying to learn and focus on. So, got to share that with the people.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't have anything else. This was an amazing interview, Taylor. You got anything, Dan?
No, I mean, it was just a perfect day to have a collegiate athlete on our show to not only toss out ideas that she's got, something that she already is working on, and just to explain, the benefits of these college players getting paid, because they deserve it more than the pros. And like I said before, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind these college athletes deserve this money.
Yeah.
No, it's been so fun. I wish that hour honestly blew by. I'm definitely gonna tell all my teammates that you gotta hop on this. Gonna tell all my friends that play pickup with, y'all gotta hop on here. It's a fun hour. I absolutely love you guys. I love y'all's energy and what y'all stand for. I absolutely love it. I support people coming up, trying to be the next big bar stool. I respect it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yes.
But hey, I mean, I don't know if you noticed the Oregon behind me. I know Anthony Brown is a good friend of yours.
I might have to message him, and then he can get y'all some stuff. We can all link up, do something. But I got y'all with him. I got you guys with Phil. I'll try to see him because football will be all up in our training room right now.
Kick them out.
I know. You guys are definitely on my mind. I'll make sure you guys. First of all, you need a BC jersey in the background. That's
talk to Kayla about that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna message you guys. You send me an address. I'll send a jersey because now I can do that stuff.
Oh, that's how it's done.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Hey, listen, and again,
I'll put that on every episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's my word to you. That's a bet.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what the kids are saying these days? Bet.
Bet.
My coach has been saying stuff like that. She's been saying no cap, dead ass.
Say less.
Say less. And when my freshman says that, I'm like, we cannot be doing this stuff.
I texted Charles earlier. I was like, what are the kids saying these days? What's Gucci?
They don't say that no more. No, that was back in 2010.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
My bad.
No, facts is a big one. My coach was like reading the book in book club, and she said, "Yeah, that's facts." And I said, "I was like, Coach, I don't know who taught you that, but I need to get that."
She'll be like, "Hey, no cap, we're gonna whoop these girls' ass." No, I'm joking.
No cap.
Sheesh.
I swear, if she ever the day she does that, the day she's like, I'm walking out, I can't.
Let's do some suicide. Sheesh.
Hey, now, come on.
Yeah. Well, hey Taylor, it's been great. We appreciate you for coming on. We wish you best of luck. Me and Dan we will be pulling up to your games this season.
Oh, definitely.
And we're excited.
We're gonna have jerseys to wear too.
Oh,
yes, you will.
Please.
Yes, you will.
Support. Hey, I'm with it. Let's do this.
Good. Thanks so for having me so much, and best of luck to y'all. Reach out to me literally about anything y'all need.
Listen, wait for that DM. I'm gonna send you some business ideas I got going.
They will be open. They'll be open.
Got you. Appreciate
it. Y'all so
you heard that, everybody. Taylor's DMs are open. Hit her with some business.
Yeah,
let's go.
Support.
14 on Instagram. Hit me up. Let's make some magic.
Let's go.
All right,
Taylor.
It's been great talking to you.
Thank you.
And good luck next season.
Thank you.
Woo.
Finally. I'm just so happy that these. I can't even express it. Like
it's about damn time. Didn't LeBron say that his first championship? It's about damn time. Seriously though, it's about time that these college athletes get their money. I don't know why it took this long, but it's about time that they get this money and keep going. This shouldn't be just a 1 year thing. No, this better be a consistent thing, because now this gives possibly our daughters, the pathway if they want to get into sports, and even in their school journey. So this is great. I'm hoping for the best. Shout out Taylor Soule for the amazing interview. That was very humbling and inspiring, and never know, we might be doing some business moves. Never know.
So, anyways,
yeah,
Charles pulled up last night to the Play for Peace tour. Charles, how was it?
Like we talked offline, man. I want to give a major shout out to Lamont Thomas, my real friend, Lamont Thomas. He's he had an amazing turnout, great event for the city of Providence. Everybody came out to support, and it was just great energy, great vibes, great music, great games going on, and just the energy there was very legendary, in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to the next one. We might have something in the works in Mass. You never know. We talked a little bit about that. So that yesterday was very inspiring. And shout out Lamont Thomas. Shout out Play for Peace tour. Shout out What the Tef. And shout out to all the.
How is that? How is that?
Oh my gosh, it works for me. It work. I gained instant energy. 30 minutes after I ate.
That's what he said.
Some of it. Yeah. So it works. I had my family there, so everybody had a taste of the What the Tef, and it's real good. We're definitely going to purchase some more, and we'll see what we can do with that. But it was amazing, and shout out to all the other local businesses that was out there as well at the Play for Peace tour. It was just a great event. Can't wait for the next one.
That'll. I hope he comes to Boston.
Yeah,
that would definitely be something different.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Anyways, we're gonna be joined here. We got a very special guest.
Okay.
In house. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick break.
Let's go.
And we're gonna go ahead and come back with our special guest. All right, so we are joined.
The legend.
What up? What up, child?
What's up, bro?
What up, baby?
We're joined live.
What a surprise, man! What a surprise!
What's going on,
B
man?
bleeds green.
Bleed green.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, brother.
Shout out, hey,
Brian Scalabrine.
Before we start, let me say shout out to Taylor. Let me say shout out to the BC women's hoop team for doing their thing. That's no doubt. It's awesome. Awesome.
A lot better than the men.
A lot better than the men. A lot better than the men.
Definitely. Man, wow, this is a surprise, man. Let's jump right into it, brother. Hey, how do we feel? I mean, I saw you tweet it. You said, I correct me if I'm probably just summarizing, but like you said, it's funny what I said something about Brad Stevens, and it came to fruition.
I can't take a full victory lap. Because I know I could tell by watching that, the players had disconnect with Brad. I knew it. You could tell there was dysfunction between everyone.
Yeah.
But I can't take a full victory lap because they gave the guy a promotion. You know what let's be honest, they gave the guy the GM job. So it made me feel a little, it makes me feel a little dumb on that part. But it is what it is. And I think it's the right move. I think it's the right move because you signed Brad Stevens to that awful extension. So he had some backdoor deal with Danny there, some backdoor, I don't know why, But I mean, you signed him to that awful extension before we go into the playoffs last year, and I think the Celtics simply they're handcuffed. What are they going to do? So they give the guy the front office job. Let's see what Brad can do. The pressure's on him now. He's got to make moves. He's got to make things happen, or else he's gone. I think. I mean, I love Ime. I think he's going to be a great coach. I think that's a great hire. I think he's awesome. Yeah. I mean, he dates Nia Long. I mean, so what else?
Shout out Nia Long.
What else?
Shout out Nia Long.
Like, I'm loving it. Loving it.
Yeah, it's definitely great energy. I feel for Celtics fans because I think this is just another a fresh start for us. Danny Ainge is retired. Allegedly, he probably get another job somewhere. But you know, yeah.
From what I'm hearing, Utah, it's already a done deal.
Oh,
Utah front office supposedly. So, which tells you what? Danny Ainge got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Danny Ainge got fired.
Yeah.
And Wick Prospect just doesn't want to say
it. And Wick, doesn't want to say, hey, I fired Danny.
Because that's his boy.
That's his boy. But I think 100% that's what happened. I think they were like, you know what, Danny, it's been 18 years.
Yeah.
It's time.
Well, how do you feel? Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
How do you feel about the, first two transactions that Brad has made with, traded Kemba and getting Horford, and now the hired
I mean, I really think that the Horford deal is good because let's say this, because I obviously think that JT and JB really like Al.
Yeah.
So I think it's great to bring him back, and it was great to dump that awful Kemba contract.
Yeah.
But I really that hurt me deep, man. I love Cardiac. I love Cardiac Kemba, like even from the UConn days.
Yeah.
But it definitely hurts that he couldn't make it work here. He didn't want to play back-to-backs, knee injury. I really don't think that back-to-back things, like him not wanting to play back-to-back games, had everything to do with his knee. I think there might have been some behind-the-scene things with Kemba. I don't think maybe Brad and Kemba didn't get along. Maybe that's because Marcus Smart's playing time. Maybe that's because whatever, they didn't see eye to eye. I think that's speculation on my part. But
how do you feel about this? Somebody just commented, trade Jalen for Lillard.
I don't like that at all. I think Jalen's one of the brightest young stars in the league. I think I want to stick with Jalen. I think there's a lot of potential there. I think him and JT can be a dynamic duo in this league. And I think Dame is, and there's no doubt that's not any hate towards Dame. That's more bias on my part, I'd say. I mean, Dame's a dog. Who doesn't like Dame's game? I mean, he's a beast. He's clutch. But he's older. And that's what it comes down to for me. It comes down to just keeping one of the smartest NBA players on the Celtics. And I feel that way about Jalen. And I love what Jaylen Brown does off the court. And that makes me want to keep him even more. So I want to keep JB and JT together for as long as possible, and I want to keep them happy. And I hope they love Ime, and I think they do. They were Team USA with him, so I think it's all going to work out here. I think we saw it, we talked about it, we knew that Brad just wasn't cutting it. Mm-hmm. But now let's see what he can do in the front office. Yeah, it's weird. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I never would have expected he would have got a front office job, but I mean, here we are. So what are we going to do?
And I think it's funny. He said in his press conference, he was like, yeah, when I was talking to Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I asked them, what do they want from their next coach? And he was like, yeah, they were saying the nicest things to me, but I really wanted them to keep it real with me as well. So, and it just goes to what you said,
And what did I say? Oh, I believe I said it on Erase the Chalk. These players need to be coached hard. They're young. They need someone who's been there before.
Yeah.
Ime. He's been there before. He's played in the league. He can relate to these guys. He can get on these guys. He's not scared. That's the one thing I hated about Brad. I mean, we're out here, JT's missing 13, 14, 15 shots, and Brad's on the sidelines telling him to keep shooting. He needs someone to get in his face and be like, listen, you're not playing well. Get someone to grab him and shake some sense into him. Players like that. Yeah. Basketball players like that. But also, then again, it's the NBA. There's probably a lot of players that don't like that. But I think JT and JB want to be coached hard. And I respect that.
You know, it's funny. Before that, everybody's talking about Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and how Ime works with them to go ahead and, they're the best. They're this, they're that. And little do we know, his press conference comes up, and he only talks about two people.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I think something's in the works.
Right, Marcus Smart is out of there.
He did say he loved Marcus. He loved Marcus's game. He was one of those people that, you want to have on your team. So we'll see. Because Marcus was on that Olympic team too with him. So let's see. I think, hey, you guys don't have to convince me. Marcus Smart, in my eyes, is overvalued. Definitely. He shoots far too much, but on the defensive end, and there's plays that but it's hard for me because there's plays that he makes that I feel like a lot of other players don't, and it's solely off of, heart and the way he plays the game, that hard-nosed effort that he has. But, we'll see. I'm all on board of getting rid of Marcus, to be honest with you. Like, I agree. And I think it's, it's played out. Marcus Smart's played out. It's time. But I think, once again, I just think the Celtics are so hesitant to get rid of Marcus because, he's going to get paid somewhere else. He's got a fairly cheap deal here. So, I mean, I feel you, but let's see. Let's see.
I got a hot take.
Yep. All right.
You know how I am with my hot takes. And probably, what's his name? Dave Malagrano. Sorry if I said your last name wrong. I agree. I think we need to get rid of Jaylen Brown. And the reason why is because, yes, I get it. He's a great leader on and off the court. But he's still young. Dame has proven himself in this league to be one of the clutchest players in the NBA. And I'm just picturing Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard on the same team. Ooh. And the other team, you can't double one of those guys. You're going to have to play him straight up. Damian Lillard, yes, he's a little injury prone, but Jaylen Brown has shown a little bit, throughout his career so far that, he has these little nicks and bruises, sometimes. And, I just feel like Damian Lillard, man, he's different, man. And again, I love Jaylen Brown. But, especially on the defensive end, but Damian Lillard, man, he can pull from the logo. Can you imagine him pulling from Lucky? Come on.
As long as he doesn't step on him.
As long as he don't step on him. No point intended to Kyrie.
I get it. Like, yeah, I see what Dave says. Like, yeah, they are boys. They're both from St. Louis. I get that. But everyone paints JT and JB, I think, to be enemies. But in reality, that's not the case. I think that, like they were saying that Jaylen Brown's cousin watches Baby Deuce. Like, they're very, very close.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Jaylen Brown saying that on an interview, which is like, so let's see how it plays out with the new coach. And, you can always make a deal, but I don't know. I don't know. It seems like things are going to – let's get them a bench. Let's get them a bench because these players that we have on the end –
Semi Ojale.
The players we have on the end of the bench are awful.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean?
He might be out of here, though, Dan, too.
Yeah, like – I don't care. I love Peyton too. I mean, I feel like Peyton has a bright future as well. It's just, they need key veteran players on the bench. I think Al helps. I think Tristan too. I mean, we got another year of Tristan.
Oh gosh.
I like he played better in the playoffs. I thought Tristan played a lot better in the playoffs. But let's see. I mean, we got. Look at the players you got on the bench. Like, I'm sorry, Taco.
Luke on it.
I'm sorry, Taco.
I love Taco.
I know, but he's got to go. Like on it, I'm sorry.
It's true. It's true though. It's true, and that's no shade. That's no shade at Taco.
And that's no shade. That's no shade at Carson Edwards. They're all far better at basketball than I could ever be. But I just feel like it's not working out. It's not working out.
I would keep Grant Williams just because I feel like Grant Williams needs a Horford behind him. You know what I mean? To get in his ear about being, because if you think about Grant Williams, he handles himself professionally.
It's wild because we went to having no bigs to having like a plethora of bigs. Like we got Moses, who's going to be nasty. Ooh. We got Moses. I mean, he went for like 20 and 20 against us and embarrassed us. So we got Moses, who's going to be good. We got Tristan. We got Lob Williams. We got Al back. I mean, the thing is, like, you trade one awful veteran contract for another pretty bad veteran contract. Right. But at least it's lesser than what you owed Kemba. You get rid of Kemba because he don't want to play back-to-backs. But Al Horford didn't want to play back-to-backs either. So we'll see. I think Al's more of I think Al's best basketball is obviously behind him. So I think it's more of like when Al was here, the players really liked him. More of like a locker room move in a way. Right. But let's see. Let's see how it all pans out. And who knows if Al's even who knows what's going to happen. I feel like seems like it's going to be a crazy offseason. It started off very crazy. So
listen, they need to be where the Lakers are, because Lakers and Celtics are tied for championships right now. And we got to see who's going to get that banner 18. And then I'm hoping Boston. That's why I'm a little skeptical with Jason Tatum going to play for USA, because we've seen so many crazy injuries. We've seen so many
True.
And I'm not even trying to throw that energy out there, but I get it though. I get why I get it, but I don't, because I'm just like, Jason Tatum, if he's gone, but that's why the safety net Damian Lillard could probably hold it down, because Jaylen Brown is still hurt. So we'll see how it goes.
They are both from St. Louis. They are boys. I mean, I don't hate it, but I just hate the fact you have to give up Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry. I don't like the fact you have to give up Jaylen, because that's the only way you get him is giving up Jaylen, most likely.
Yeah, any trade that anybody wants with the Celtics, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum is one of those guys. And Dave, I agree with you there too, but I was saying to everyone, it's like there's no way they're going to get rid of Kemba. That's like one of the worst contracts in the NBA, and they managed to get rid of him. So yeah, they picked up another bad contract, but I mean, it was crazy because I was saying there's no way who's going to take this guy. Yeah,
for $37 million. You know what I mean? Who's going to take this guy? Yeah. Not like refusing to play back-to-backs, but who knows? Maybe he goes there and starts playing back-to-backs, which proved that obviously, there was obviously some disposition there between him and Brad.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Let's hope for the best. I think the Celtics can really turn it around. I think this year it stinks because look around. I feel like this year they could have been in it, man. A couple stronger moves. Look, they could have been right in the mix of things. Look at all the players that got hurt. Well,
it didn't help we played a semi-healthy Brooklyn team.
But yeah, we played a healthy Brooklyn team who, we knew that was an uphill battle after that. We knew it was going to be an uphill. And then you got your coach, Brad Stevens, pretty much saying before the series starts that we're going to lose to them. Imagine a coach says that going into the series. He's really out here oh, well, yeah, it's going to be tough to beat them anyway. It's like, oh, dude, if I was the players, I would have been like, I'm shutting it down too, man. I hate this guy. Honestly.
I get what he was saying, but you don't say that on camera.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want to say that in the locker room, maybe to get everyone amped up, but you're really going to go in a post-game interview and say that? You pretty much thrown in the towel already?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, we could have gave them a fight if Kemba was healthy. We could have gave them a fight.
I agree. Kemba, Jalen's healthy is different. But I mean, look what Tatum has to do. Tatum got to put up a 50-point game. Yeah. You know what I mean? To steal one. And KD's a dog, man. KD's the best player in the world now. LeBron's taking that second for me. I'm sorry,
he's with Space Jam now.
Yeah, and that's I don't know, man. I used to love LeBron. I just grown not to like him, man. I grown to hate the guy. After what he honestly, dude, he ripped my heart out Game 6 in the Garden. I'll never forget that, man. He ripped. I don't even like talking about it, man. He ripped my heart out of my chest that day. And I mean, I believe it or not, I've been to a lot of LeBron games at the Garden. Like, I've always wanted to go see him when he came here. And I'll tell you, like, he always has great games at the Garden. I have to take my hat off to LeBron when it comes to that, but I definitely am not a LeBron fan. And you know what? I feel like LeBron rubbed off on Tatum a little bit. My one thing that bothers me about Tatum is he complains to the refs too much. But I like Tatum's the star, man. Tatum's.
But again, you don't have a coach that because look at his press conference. He looks laid back. He looks like he doesn't care. If you think about it, not one time this whole season that any Celtics player said or defended Brad Stevens when the media was like, they need to fire this guy to do anything and do that. You know?
And then Ime comes in and he's like, we were 27th in assists in the league, man. Like, got a great point.
He was like, sorry, Brad, I don't want to tell you this,
but sorry, Brad, but you're a bad coach, buddy. You know what I mean?
if he pulls this off, man, and think about, they don't have to win a championship this year, but if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals in a Game 7, I mean, I would love to get to the championship, but I just, the East is just too tough right now.
I'm happy they hired Ime. He's here to stay, and that's what matters. I think he can lead us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Players aren't going to refrain to come here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got Blake Griffin contacting someone on the team, asking if he's going to come this season, and he's not. And like, no,
they're like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that right now. Don't do that right now, man. We're working to get him out of here.
They're like, honestly, man, we're hoping he's leaving after this year. We're all walking out of here. Like, you could tell during the games, though.
Yeah,
like, I swear you could tell during the games. Like, they didn't listen to him. I think it got to the point where even Brad was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, these people, they're not even listening to me. So,
well, if you're adding these college basketball offenses in the NBA game, teams are going to pick that up. You know what I mean?
I mean, Brad brought in that high pick and roll offense.
Yeah.
And teams just figured it out after a couple of years. You know what I mean? You can't run it year in and year out and year out. Exactly. You know what I mean? It just got old and coaches figured it out.
Exactly.
So, because people would always say to me, like, what's a Celtics offense? And I would say, like, yeah, it's high pick and roll. But other than that, it's like
isolation here.
Someone and make your own game. You know what I mean? Isolation hoop, like you say, it was terrible.
Yeah.
27th in assists, it was terrible. But I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I think it's sad what's happening in the NBA, because quick back to back and injuries happening. But let's see. Only time will tell. We got a long off season, and we can just hope for the best for the Celtics.
Hey, us three, we gotta pick a few games to go this season.
Yes. Yeah. We'll be in the building. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. I know. Like, before we wrap things up, I just want to say something. I want to say, like, I feel terrible. This is a little bit off topic.
No,
but I feel terrible for Shakara Richardson and the fact that she might not be able to go to the Olympics because she tests positive for marijuana now. I think we should stop slapping people on the wrist for marijuana. She's still performing. Had nothing to do with a performance-enhancing drug. So I think we need to get over that and look past the marijuana thing.
Oh yeah, they just kicked the first-year player from the Raptors out.
Yeah, like I really hope that she's allowed to go to the Olympics and probably set records there. But I hope they don't hold her back from that. I really do.
Yeah, that could be. We can, I don't know if we can make that a segment one day, but I have a lot of thoughts on the cannabis side as well. So,
yes.
Yeah. So definitely, that's the world has to start, having a more open-minded.
That's what I mean.
Type of situation.
Legal in more and more states. It's only a matter of time,
Yeah, exactly.
It's only a matter of time before we need to, stop that in sports. But
right,
we'll see.
See. It's all good. Hey, but we appreciate you coming on,
Yep.
Mr. Bleed.
I'm coming back on. You know that.
Yeah, come on. We missed you, man. We missed you on the show, man.
You know, I'm always going to be coming on, buddy. I took a little break because shout out WBL Hoop League. You know, on Thursdays, I missed out. I missed out tonight, but we have a good time over there at Danvers Indoor. So
I'm still waiting for my invite.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit you up. You're gonna come down. You're gonna have a good time with us. You're gonna have a good time with us. I'm telling you.
There we go.
I'm telling you. All right?
All right, brother.
All right, man.
We got a few more things.
Yeah,
go ahead and.
All right, Charles, take it easy, man.
All right, brother.
Finally get my spot back. We got a few more things to talk about before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let me pop my headphones in.
Mr. Bleed Green in the building.
B bleeds green.
Man.
I just want to talk about the NCAA again.
Yes.
You know, it's not fair to the NC State Wolfpack what they did in the College World Series. You had players that were vaccinated. You have players that aren't vaccinated. They said that they weren't going to test the vaccinated players. Okay. Packed stadiums, 30,000 people. They test the NC State players that are vaccinated. Come back positive tests. Nope. You guys are done. You guys are done? Okay. Yeah. There's 30,000 people in the stands. Okay. There's 25 people on each bench.
Right.
And you're just going to disqualify us because our vaccinated players tested positive when you said you weren't going to test vaccinated players? It's messed up. It's messed up.
And I feel
shout out to Mississippi State for winning the whole thing, but they shouldn't have been playing Vanderbilt. They should have been playing NC State.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be maybe I'm hoping it won't be, but it's going to be a common theme because now you're hearing new variants coming out. You hear about all this still being in the air. I don't think these companies that run these sports leagues, they don't understand how big sports has been a big part, especially during this past whole year. I feel like watching the NBA, for example, in the bubble, that brought a lot of people closer, a lot of families closer. Watching these sports that still were playing during the pandemic. You can't do that. You can't just kick out somebody, kick out teams because you said you wasn't going to test vaccinated players, but then you end up doing it and you kick them out. So
terrible.
We'll see how it goes.
But we have the Suns awaiting the winner between the Bucks and the Hawks.
I wonder who won tonight.
Milwaukee is winning 114-101.
Oh,
2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. It's crazy without Giannis.
Chris Middleton probably had a great game. I'll check those stats later. So we might get a Milwaukee versus Phoenix. The Hawks have one more game back in Atlanta. If they lose this, which is I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose tonight's game, they'll be down 3-2. So, can the Bucks close it out? I think they can. I mean, if they proven they can do that here, but it's gonna be tough in that Atlanta crowd. But I'm curious to see who comes out of that series, because I think no matter it's Milwaukee or Atlanta, they got a tough task against the Suns. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the last round coming up and the NBA coming to an end and crowning the champion. Either way, with this crazy season, they got it done again. The NBA got it done again, and I love the new teams that are showing who they are. The new players, Devin Booker. I call him baby Mamba Kobe. He still has a lot to prove, but
who called him that?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith said he's got Kobe in him.
Yeah, so that's a great look. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say the Bucks are gonna close it out.
Oh, that's not what you said last week, though. You said it's gonna be the Hawks and the Suns.
Well, and that just showed me that the Hawks should have won this game tonight. This was a game to go up 3-2, to go back to the house and win it in front of your home crowd to get to the NBA Finals. Now you got to win 2. You know, it was a great season, Hawks. But I think the Bucks are going to take that game 6.
Oh man, you know, hopping over to hockey.
Ooh,
Tampa, Montreal. Tampa has a 2-0 lead on Montreal.
Yeah.
I don't even think at this point Montreal belongs to be in the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't care. I'm a Bruins fan. I'm from Massachusetts. Call me a traitor. Call me what you will. I will not root for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I will not. Not only are they $9,000 or $90,000 over the salary cap going into the playoffs, but you know that right there rubs me the wrong way. That you're over the salary cap, and with the NHL, if you have somebody on a long-term IR, it doesn't affect you during your salary cap, so they carry them into the playoffs. So they set these guys on long-time injury, and they set them aside for the playoffs, and here they are. You know, a ginormous amount of money over the salary cap, playing against these teams that are playing by the rules.
Yep.
Under the cap. That's something the NHL needs to work on because it's ridiculous. You know how hard it is to go back to back in hockey.
People don't talk about that.
Yeah. Let alone make it to your conference finals. Let alone, you know, even make it to your division.
Yeah.
It's just it's insane. I can't even. I don't even think I've seen a back to back in my lifetime.
Yeah, no, seriously. In hockey, no. And it just shows. Look at this. 5-1 game 1, 3-1 game 2. They're blowing these guys out. So it's just this might be a sweep, honestly. You know, so you know, again, like you said, man, you know, it's tough. I didn't know they were over the salary cap like that amount of money. So yeah, the league's gonna have to knuckle down on some of these when it comes to the money. So I'm gonna call it now. I think it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep because I think Canadians can take one. Because I want
to see Carey Price hoist Lord Stanley. You know, Carey Price has been in the league for so long. He's been dedicated to this Montreal team. You know, I'm rooting for Montreal.
Right.
I don't care. You know, like I said last episode, the rivalry is not there.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, I went to the Red Sox Yankees game over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
My wife is a closet Yankees fan. I told her we went in the pro shop. I'm like, pick out a Yankees hat. I'll buy it for you. You wear it. She's like, no, they're gonna kill me. I'm like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. And you know, there we are. A guy sitting diagonal from us, Yankees fan. The lady sitting right next to me, Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course. When you start to chant, "Let's go Red Sox," I'm like, let's go Red, right in their faces. But that's as far as you're gonna. It's not the same back in the early '90s.
Maybe playoff time if they meet in the playoffs, maybe it'll get a little heated. But it's no one cares anymore. No one cares anymore. You know, I even got a Yankee fitted, so I'm like, I like the way it looks. You know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Jesus.
Not for me. Not for me. But I will say that the Red Sox are going on quite a tear right now.
Listen, man, I'm smelling a deep playoff run.
I don't know. Like I said, and like we said with Alex last week, I want him to come on either just prior to the All-Star game. I want to go ahead. I want to see who's going to make the All-Star teams, first of all.
Right.
And this is the first year I think they said they're not going to be wearing their own team's jerseys. They're going to be neutral jerseys for home and away.
Okay. So trying something new.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, baseball is always, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just hope it would never turn into like what they're doing in the NBA. Just drafting players.
Oh no, or have celebrities do a home run derby and like all this play. Like, no, Stop doing this. I didn't like the NBA doing that. I mean, I get it. It's a different world now, man. It's a different world. But I would say I hope the Red Sox keep this team. Do not do anything. Maybe make a slight move in the trade deadline, but like keep this team because they are playing very well and they love playing with each other. You could see it. You know, it reminds me of their World Series a few years ago.
Yeah,
that season, you know. So, you know, why mix it up, you know? Why?
Look at Kiki Hernandez leadoff home run today against the Royals. They beat the Royals by 2 touchdowns and 2-point afters.
Yo, the city needs something. We need some because you know how I feel about my MVP Cam Newton. You know, we can't. I don't want to wait because football season's still far away. You know, so. The city need it. You know, the Red Sox, let's go. We definitely, I mean, we need something cooking. Seriously, something.
Something. This is gonna turn south bad. We're gonna be in New Chicago.
Oh my God.
After Jordan left. Hopefully Mookie Betts didn't set the tone for this or Tom Brady.
Oh man, jeez. That was tough losing Mookie Betts too. Just pay him. Jesus. Just pay him.
Pay the man. Anyways, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Nuff Talk Run It Clothing.
There you go.
You guys don't know. We shout him out.
Where my gear at?
Nuff Talk Run It. He's got shirts, he's got hoodies, he's got vests.
Oh, it's in the closet.
Man's coming out with bags.
Yes.
He's you know, we talk back and forth. He's local business.
Yep.
Out on the West Coast. Hit him up. Tell him we sent you, and you know he's gonna give you nothing but the best. You know, it's funny because there we go. That shirt. I messaged him and I'm like, they're all sold out. I wanted to buy this one. They're all sold out. What happens? Boom. A couple days later.
Yep.
He printed them out.
A few days ago.
He just printed them out. So you see something on there you like, you want to buy, it's not in your size, shoot him a message.
Yeah.
He's Enough Talk. I can't talk about them enough. That company's just watch from. Just watch from. He's coming out with great ideas, and you know, like I said before, shout out to these NCAA players.
Ooh.
If you haven't seen Anthony Brown's new T-shirt, it's dope.
It's dope. Yeah,
$35, but it's definitely, you know, check him out on Instagram.
Yeah.
A13.
Hopefully a future guest.
Hopefully, I'm trying to work my magic over here.
You are working your magic. Shout out Taylor Soule if you can get that. That would be amazing.
I don't know. We got a good guest coming on next week. Like I said to you last week, you know, and brought up Sha'Carri Richardson. I want to learn more about sport. I want to learn more about track. I want to learn more about the many different types of, races and, you know, certain things that go through a track star's mind.
Yep.
We have a guest coming on next week. He is a collegiate track star. We are going to drop him on Saturday. And like we always say, you know, if you guys have any questions, if you want to be a guest on the show, if you want to just come on like Brian Scalabrine, B Bleeds Green, go right ahead. Shoot us a message. If you got something you want to air out, we'll pop you on. Who cares? You bring a following, we'll give you the platform. Doesn't matter.
If you have a business you want to
promote. If you're a local business and you've seen some of our guests on our show and you say, hey, I want Taylor, I want Michaela, I want, I want so-and-so, we'll reach out to them for you, you know, and with this stuff going on right now, it's perfect. It's perfect. So, but other than that, I got nothing else.
Nothing else, man. Again, shout out Taylor Soule for coming on. We appreciate you. Shout out to the Bleed Green, #1 Celtic fan.
Unfortunately. Don't forget to check out Moolah Kicks.
Yes,
Kicks.
Moolah
All right.
Kicks.
I'll pop it up one more time. MoolahKicks.com.
Yes.
Check that out. That's Taylor's shoe company.
Yes.
Hit her up.
Yeah, I'll be looking at that too.
They look fresh.
Yeah.
But other than that, we will keep a lookout for us on Saturday. We got coming up next. I got people messaging me on Instagram right now.
Let's go.
About people that want to come on. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
All right.